And here we go, finally, to our biggest news. And the biggest news is as follows.
The International Criminal Court has issued 2 warrants of arrest in the Ukraine situation. For Vladimir Putin, President of the Russian Federation, and for Maria Lvova-Belova, Commissioner of the Russian President for Children's Rights, for the alleged war crimes of deportation of children from Ukrainian occupied territories into the Russian Federation.
Okay. What happened is unprecedented thing. I mean, there have been presidents before like that, but current fucking president of a giant fucking country, the cunt called Vladimir Putin, got a warrant. Got a fucking arrest warrant from International Criminal Court in Netherlands, Hague, Netherlands. Anyway, I've people. This is just such a phenomenal news that I can't hold my excitement really, because people have been sort of thinking and speculating about this and just like wishing for this to happen, and it happened. March 17th, 2023. That is insane. Like, I'm super like joyful and I'm I'm smiling because it means, and this court this arrest warrant does not expire. It doesn't just go away. It is there now. And it means that any nation of 123 member states have an obligation to arrest Putin and transfer him to The Hague for trial if he sets foot on their territory. The list of these 123 countries, I'm pretty sure you can find online. I don't have it in front of me. And there's also this Maria Lvova-Belova, who the fuck cares, Commissioner for Children's Rights. The cunt, she even joked. I saw some little piece of news, she even joked that she thanked Hague for recognizing her efforts to save children. Oh, I'm reading it right now. I was just fucking pulling it from my head, but it's great that the international community has appreciated the work to help the children of our country. That's what she said. I was just trying to remember this from my memory, but yeah, there was a quote there. Just imagine how fucking those. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Do those people think that they're living some simulation or whatever, where they can start it all over anew, and where crimes against humanity is some kind of a noble thing to? I just don't understand. I don't understand how those people think. Putin is scared. He is scared. He definitely realizes now that he is properly fucked. That cunt, Lvova-Belova, I don't get why she's boasting about this. She thinks that she will escape the justice? Really? She, some low-level cunt, she thinks she will escape the justice. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And yeah, basically it means obviously that first of all, they are exiled at least from 123 countries, and given the fucking state of the world that already sort of blocks the communication and talks and conversations and whatnot, communication with Russia anyway. It's, like I said, it's Russia, Iran, China, North Korea. Great. Impeccable company. Impeccable. But yeah, I'm just so happy that this happened. What it means, obviously, there's just lots of implications and lots of consequences of the decision, right? If previously people would think, how can Russia fall apart? Who could, what can be done with Putin? How can we stop all of this? Right now, the there is like a procedure that Russian elites can do. Like, I don't think they will do because they're all absolutely fucking chickens, most of them. But maybe as the war continues and as the Russia will become, well, even more of a shitty place that it is right now. Obviously, they will not have in a couple of years all their like gas and oil fucking money. Like, yeah, sure, Russia's trying to redirect sort of stuff to China. They don't have Nord Stream 1 or Nord Stream 2 that goes to China. They can't just easily replace basically all the money that came from European Union by Chinese money. It's not gonna happen, obviously, and hopefully China and India, those two countries, will come to senses. Actually, I'm not sure if China will. I really at least hope that India at least will, because India can become new China. Really, they have giant population. A lot of them speak English. A lot of them are actually more pro-Western sort of pro-Western kind of facing. Basically, they could become new hub for technology, for create and listen, we all know about India is already participating in technology, in coding and programming and engineering and things like that. There are a lot of smart people from India. Even by sheer size, there will be a lot of them. And now they could replace China as like a world's new like factory, basically, right? Because a lot of companies are trying to pull out of China, especially if China will try to do something with Taiwan. And so it would be great. Well, I don't know, like India is obviously, has their own problems, but it's at least it's not like super fucking totalitarian regime, not now anyway. They can become new China in terms of like money will pour there, factories will open of those big corporations, and if they're quick and smart enough about all the situation, India could be one of the biggest benefactory of the whole situation in the world in general, and then this fight kind of the good Western world versus Russia and versus China, and India again can make their choice to be with the good guys, Anyway, but yeah, so what I'm saying is that if one day someone in Russian like military or whatever will decide it's enough of that shit, enough of Putin, enough of this garbage, enough of this bullshit, they can literally capture him, handcuff, detain, and then transfer him to Hague. Gag, as it's called in Russian language. There is right now a straight pathway for that, and I've heard it. I did not check it myself, but again, I've heard it from Ruslan Leviev, who is a knowledgeable source. Apparently, USA's what is it, the Defense State Department, whatever, some department basically, has got like a $5 million reward, but I'm not sure like how it is phrased. Just like sort of to bring those individuals who are responsible in like war crimes or whatever to justice, or for Putin specifically. I think it's like more general stuff. I don't think they've mentioned like Putin specifically. I think it's something like $5 million to bring sort of war crime individuals to justice, something like that. But basically, you could, and you know what I'm thinking about? Not even like those high fucking top level guys, right? In like Russia, but like a driver, or like fuck knows what, like a bodyguard, like a personal bodyguard of Putin or some shit like that. Could think like if that information maybe finally gets to them, I don't know. I can get like tomorrow $5 million international protection, citizenship in some other country, if I just take this one piece of garbage and I arrange his extradition to, you know, to International Criminal Court. Or maybe like some low-level KGB shithead, right? Who maybe like understands ins and outs of like that fucking agency, FSB or whatever they call it right now. I don't know. I'm just spitting ideas, you know. What's interesting about this particular thing about this International Criminal Court is that in 2005, Putin was in International Court of United Nations, also in Hague, right? So it's not the same, but close enough. And he said that Hague is the capital of international justice. He just said that.
Одной из основ конституционного.
Like he said a lot of stuff, like whatever, right?
Большая честь выступать.
And he said that it is a big honor for him to actually stand there and whatever, say the shit that he said. Just remarkable that it took, you know, I mean, 2008 was already like just after, in 3 years he will start a war in Georgia, but obviously now, 18 years later, and he is wanted. Not in that particular court, but obviously, like, probably he would get to that court eventually, maybe. Don't know, not sure. But basically, he's wanted in that same city by a similar institution for crimes. Yeah. What's interesting is that they are trying those two cunts, Putin and that Lvova below or whatever the fuck she's called. They're trying them for illegally deporting children from Ukraine. That both makes sense and doesn't make sense. It makes sense because they actually boasted about it. They, like, on TV documented how they take Ukrainian children and deport them into Russia. So they're admitting on tape to their crimes. There was an episode quite a long time ago that I recorded, right? Called Critical Discussions. I don't remember which one it was. But there was a joke about Ukrainian soldier made a joke. We're so lucky they're so fucking stupid. Talking about Russian soldiers at that particular time. But that really literally applies to most, if not all of those, like Russian politicians, high up officials, governmental officials, all those absolutely brain dead fucking cunts. Absolutely brain dead cunts. They're literally admitting to their own fucking crime on TV. They're bragging about it. And then they're like, well, we don't care about your court. We don't follow this jurisdiction. We don't agree with it. We don't have to do anything with it, which is technically true. I think in 2015 or 16 they stopped basically participating in this like international criminal court, as far as I remember. But it doesn't matter really. Again, you can't travel to a lot of countries now, and again, there is now basically a price on your head if you are put there. Now there is a fucking arrest warrant that says, hey, bring us this guy. And now it is there in the world. It's out there in the world, which is why I'm so excited, because even if like 2 months ago you would tell me that Putin will be International Criminal Court will issue a warrant for Putin, I would say like, yeah, sure, okay. But now it is here. It is here, and it's incredible.